right there when he's talking about firstborn unicorn and all that stuff. You're on the 3rd fret of the A string. Then you're going to hit the 3rd fret of the E twice, right? And then it gets a little faster. You're going to hit the 3rd fret, 5th fret of the E, and then 5th fret of the A. Hit that 5th fret of the A again, right? So you got... Is you're hitting the E note here, the 2nd fret of the D string. Then you're back to this 5th fret of the E right here. So I'll do it slow. And then you're back to here. Alright, that's different. You're going to hit twice on the 3rd fret of the A. Then kind of fast, you're going to hit it again, open E, and then 3rd fret of the E. Just like that, and that's that right there is a second little run. 2nd fret of the A, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret of the A. Just like that. Oh, and before we continue, check out the links right below this video. There's 2 links there. One of them is so that you can get a bunch of free lessons that aren't on YouTube. And those are really cool because they're not songs. They're basically helping you with your technique for playing the bass. It's going to, you know, these are the kind of lessons that help get you to the next level. There's a beginner lesson, an intermediate lesson, and an advanced lesson. And they're, like I said, they're not available on YouTube. So if you click on that link, you'll get those. The other one is for my Epic Beginner Bass DVD set. I'm really proud of it. It's really cool. Check it out. It swings over to Amazon when you click on that. And it's basically everything that you need to know to, you know, if you're starting to play bass, if you've never looked at the instrument before even, never picked it up, or if you've been playing for a while, you know, go to Amazon, check out the reviews, and pick that up too if you want. Like I said, I'm really proud of it. I think you're going to like it a lot. Sometimes you'll hear him do this. Right? And all that is, you're going instead to the 3rd fret, 5th fret, then 3rd fret of the A, 5th fret of the E, then 3rd fret of the E, right? And then that same 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret of the A. So that is during the guitar solo. And a lot of people play this differently. You know, you play it, you know, however you feel comfortable playing it. I'll show you a couple different ways. The way I like to play it and this is a stretch. You know, you're definitely stretching your hand out here. If you're just starting out, it might be a little bit difficult for you to hit this one. But I'll show you another way to play it. I like this way because as you're playing these chords here, right? What I'm doing is I'm muting that E string with my hand right here, so that E string doesn't ring out and muddy up the tone right here. So this part of my hand is actually laying on the E string while I'm playing that, and the D string is getting muted just because my finger is rolling over it right here. So it's actually a really cool. So it's actually a really cool way of doing it. Very cool, like studio silent way of doing that. So what you're doing is you're using this 9th fret of the A string as a pedal note, what's called a pedal note, because you're kind of keep that going while you're hitting these other notes here. And the other notes that you're hitting is you're going to be hitting the 14th, the 13th, 14th, 13th, 11, and 9. Just like that of the G string. While you actually have this still pressed down with your finger, you're going to have that. You're going to keep that pressed down and keep that going, just like that. You know, just practice it. It'll take some time. Maybe your hand will hurt after a while. Give it a rest. Come back, and you'll be way better at doing it. Some other people I've seen, here's the thing, you're playing these notes, you're playing actually right? So listen here. Those are the same notes, right? They're just on a different string. And if you want it to sound fatter, and you want to kind of do it this way, you can. You could, I've seen people, right? What you can do is you can hook your thumb over this note here. Remember I said you're playing on the 9th fret of the A string? See that? That's the same note as the 14th fret of the E. So you can actually hook your thumb there, right? Now I got that, and I'm going to keep that going. And many people think that, you know, this is a much easier way of playing this. Right? Sounds great. So if you don't want to do that stretch, right, just do it like this. Very simple, and your hand doesn't have to move, you keep it right there. The only thing I don't like about this is, this A string can ring out a little bit, right? Is that a bad thing? Probably not. You know, you probably would never hear it anyway, especially if you're playing with a band, a bunch of other people, whatever. But there, I don't have a way of actually muting that. Whereas, like when I said, when I play it this way here, I can mute all the other strings that aren't being played. But any way that you play it, it's going to go through, you know, some different things that you'll need to listen to. But what you're going to do is after you get done playing that part, however you play it, you're going to go to this 5th fret of the A string right here, right? And you can, you know, just hit that 5th string if you want. You could do things like, you know, go back to the 7th string, 7th fret, and then the 5th string, or you can play it like a chord, right? You got the 5th, and then the 7th, and the 7th of the D string and the G string, right? Which would be like the root, the 5th, and the octave. If you want to think of it like that, you know, like just a regular power chord. However you want to hit that note, and then you're going to go back and do this part again, right? You're going to do that again, and then you're going to go to this 5th fret, however you want to play that. Then you have this situation, right? That probably sounds familiar to you. So he's basically just playing these chords here, these power chords, and you're going to start with this one right here, which is the 7th fret of the E string. And you know, when you put your fingers in this configuration right here, where you're hitting this, this, and that, that's like a power chord, right? You got the 1st, or root. You got the phone call that I'm getting. You got the 1st, or root, right here. And then if your fingers do this, you're going to have the 5th right here, and the octave right there. So anywhere you put your fingers in that configuration, that's what you're going to have a nice power chord there. So you're going to start it with your finger on the 7th fret, right? And then you're going to go to the A string, and you're going to hit the 5th fret, right? And then you're going to go to the, you know, right up, basically one grouping, and you're going to be on the 5th fret of the E string instead of the A string. And then slide that up where you were before, on the 7th fret. So you have just like that. Alright, hope you enjoyed that, folks. Little red hot chili pepper action going on. Very, very cool bass line in the house. Actually in the house right now. That's actually true. Other than that, you can always subscribe to Finn Bar Bass, and that way you'll know when all these cool songs are going to be coming out for you. And don't forget, there's some information right down there that you can click on to get a couple of those lessons, and also you can go over to Amazon and get my Epic Beginner Bass DVD set. That's pretty cool too. And other than that, have fun with that one, yo!